Are we together? Now, another important factor that influences consumer behavior is consumer perception and how people perceive things in their lives. Perception is driven by people's what drives somebody towards whatever they consume or whatever how the, for example, the product comes out of the nature, the appearance, the attributes, the features of a product. So in many cases, you realize that people perceive items depending on what they want to hear from it, or they want to receive from it. So there is normally what is called selective attention, what people want to get in a product. So they are mostly interested in what they want. All other things remain irrelevant. So a product will be perceived or will be considered good because of what the person wants to get from it. All other things may just be complementary, but the most important thing is what we want in a product. For example, you want a smartphone. What will make you perceive that is a good smartphone? Because it has got the features that you are looking for. Every other thing may not matter as long as it has got the feature that you have. We may also perceive a product to be bad, especially if we realize that of one thing that we don't like about it. Even if other things are good, but it has got something we don't like, we have a different perception of it. So we kind of distort the image that we have of that particular product because it has got one thing that we don't like. So perception is very important. The third aspect that we need to look at is attitude, which relates to a person's ability to evaluate a product based on what they feel and about it. So we evaluate product depending on how good or how bad or how we like or how we dislike them. So mostly attitude is very important because marketers have used it a lot as a way of promoting a product, especially the crafting advertising message is normally trying to work on the attitude of customers towards a particular product. So we want to perceive that product to be something that will make us want to buy it. So in most cases, businesses try to change people's attitude towards products. That's why they try to communicate with them in a language that will change their perception, will change their attitude, or will drive them towards liking the product. So in most cases, you realize that companies tend to use product or product tagline in order to advertise. So firms would use product taglines as a way of advertising to their customers. Let me revert back to the notes. Companies tend to use product taglines as a way of driving. Now, again, attitude is what builds customers or what help build brand positioning, because brands are positioned based on the way the like or the dislikes that a customer has towards those particular products. So it's very important to take note of that. Are we together? I hope we are together.
Yes.
Very good. Another important aspect of psychological factor is learning. Learning occurs through response and reinforcement. Learning occurs through response and reinforcement. We tend to have a positive perception about a product because of what we learn about a product. For example, if we have a positive experience with a particular product, it will positively drive us to respond to it. And in most cases, it will a positive reinforcement. Reinforcement will drive us towards seeking for more of such experience. In other words, if we have a rewarding experience with a product, then we want to have a repeat interaction. Like you go to a restaurant and you have a very good meal in a particular restaurant. You have a great experience at a particular restaurant. You want to continue to have that. So you'll again go back to that place. And you can even take a friend, come and see where we had fantastic lunch last week. You'll take a friend because you had a rewarding or a positive experience. So most now that comes because of learning. So any moment you have a positive experience when you use a product, you want to again experience that. You want to have that similar experience. But in case you have a negative experience, a bad experience with a particular product, you don't want to repeat that kind of experience. So each and every time you remember that I went to this salon and they mishandled me, you do not want to go back to that place again. So the learning can be dependent on whether a drive is positive or negative. So it all leads to learning, and it's very important. That's why marketers must therefore build their products with associating the product with positive experience or something that will strongly drive a person towards seeking that experience. That's why in most products that are sold in the market, especially if they are low value products, they want to associate them with other high value products. Like, why do you think when they advertise Coca-Cola, they want to show class? That is a classy drink. Sometimes you see someone driving a car, a very posh car. They want to link that high value product with a low value product because they want to associate the product, the low value product, with something that can drive something important to the audience. So that is meant to bring a positive reinforcement, a positive experience. So when we have what is called brand association. Brand association is where you associate a low value brand with a high value product. Like when they used to advertise, what do you advertise? Advertising mostly drinks. They associate it with high value product. I'll try to find some of the adverts, and maybe perhaps with time I can share them with you. So these are very important aspects that you need to remember. Another key aspect that is not highlighted there is belief. Belief also affects behavior patterns because customers' belief about a brand will drive them towards using that particular product. So it actually works on their attitude. Their beliefs also affect people's attitudes. They affect people's perception about a particular brand. So in many cases, you find that a person's belief towards a particular brand will affect their attitude. So it is important to also consider it. So under psychological factors, We have mentioned motivation, we have looked at perception, we have looked at attitudes, we have looked at learning, and we have looked at beliefs. So they are very important in determining people's behavior towards a product. Are we together? Good. I think we're gonna stop there. I think we have gone too slowly today. But I want us to go back to maybe our class notes and check on buying decision process. Buying decision process. Take a look at buying decision process so that we are good. Unless there is any question, I want to maybe share a few questions with you. Then we can call it quits because we want to leave money to do the assignment. Buying decision process. Consumer buying decision process, right? Consumer buying decision process. Is there any question?
No.
Yeah, one question that I need to give you is this. So explain 5 roles. So you can take that question. Explain 5 roles of buyers at a buying center. That is mostly later part of the same topic. You can also take a look at this one. So the rest of the activities, I'll put them on the portal so that as a quiz for this week. So don't mind. For your question, Kimani, I'll place it just before topic 1. I'll post it just before topic 1. So try to take those two questions and do them.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Hapana, ndali kuibeba. Nilivaa nini? Nilivaa jacket. Nakula avocado. Nakula tu basi.